Okay, so now we're ready to connect all of this to our GitHub so you can build your projects and work on the exercises and the examples and the studios. So, with that being said, let's hop into it. Java Web Dev Project. So, here's the instructions. We want you to take these steps to setting up your project. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here to launch code so we can fork this project. So I'm going to click on that. And now, understand you have to be logged into your GitHub in order for you to fork this project so you can connect the two repositories together. Now, why is it important that you fork it? Is so that you can have access to any of the projects that may get updated, but it won't affect the actual main code right here. So you can't accidentally push anything up to the code without it being checked in, or it has to be approved. So that's great. That's why we want you to fork it. So what you want to do is come over here and fork. Remember, you have to be logged into your GitHub. So I'm going to fork it. And then it says right here, this is no available destination to the fork repository. All right, so what I need to do is I may need to sign into this. Let me see if I click on this right here. All right, so there it is. So I'm in mine. Put the code in. So here we are, LC101. That's my code that I created for this particular project. So now that I have that already forked, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up IntelliJ. Let's go back over the instructions real quick. So now that we here say do not clone or create a local version of the repo just yet. So we're not going to do that just yet, because what we're going to do is we're going to go and launch our IntelliJ. So I'm launching IntelliJ. All right, IntelliJ is launched. So what I want to do is I'm going to push this over here. There we go. All right, so we can see this side by side. Now we're Windows, so I'm doing this for you Windows users. If you are a Mac user, you're gonna have different videos. So all of these videos are for you Windows users. So here, what it's asking us to do, we want to be able to select Git from VCS, which is version control systems or management. And so I'm going to click on that. The next step is telling us to do is we need to go ahead and click on the GitHub version. So we're going to click on the GitHub. And now it's asking us, we can either log in via GitHub or we can use a token. If you read right here, the note tells you about using a token. It's an extra step, but it'll be better to use a token, or in this case, more secure. So I go ahead and I click the token. I need to generate the token. So I'm going to generate here, and as you can see, it opens up. Let me open this up a little bit bigger. It opens up my my repository. So I'm in my repository. This is how I know I'm in my repository, because there's my information. So what I want to do is, this is set up for 30 days expiration. It really doesn't matter, because again, I'm only using this for training purposes. And so it already has automatically the things that are already ticked. So you don't have to tick anything. All you need to do is hit generate token. Now, let me see, did it go through? Did it generate for me? Some of the scopes you have selected have already been things. So let's do this again. All right, IntelliJ, note has already been taken. Let me give it a different note, because this has to be original, the note does. Let me see if that'll work for me. There we go. So here's the token. It doesn't matter if you see this, because I'm going to delete it before you see this video. So, okay, so now what I need to do is I need to go back to my IntelliJ. So let me put that back over here. So, and then I'm going to paste that in here. And then I'm going to log in. Here's the project already for me. I want to clone it. So this directory already exists and is not empty. And so what I want to do is I'm going to give it a new place to put it. So it's actually going to, I don't want it to go to the IDE. I want to create one. So I'm going to go over to documents. I already have my LC101 already created. And here we go right here. Let me create, I'm going to call this Java 2. You just create a directory right here. I'm going to call this Java 2. Because I want to make sure nothing that it goes where I want it to go. So I'm going to put it in Java 2 right there. So I'm going to clone it. So now the repository is being cloned. I do trust this project. Now it's opening it up. And there's the tree. Now one of the things I need to do, I need to go ahead and load this Gradle build right here. I'm going to load that. So while that is loading, as you can see it right here, is importing all of the information that I need. So in the instructions, let's go back over here to the instructions that we were reading. I'm gonna make this bigger because we can flip back and forth. So we see the tree. So the tree is what we are looking for. So we have our tree. Let me go over here. There it is right there. Let me go back. And as we read down further, it gives us an instruction to go into the hello method program. So let's do that. We got to wait for it to finish building. So here's the example for the data type, source, method. All right, let me make sure. So we got to give this a moment for this to finish loading up. Now, another thing, it says if our setup for our SDK, if it's not installed, we need to do that. So I'm going to click this here, and then I want Java 17. All right. So let's give it a few moments because it's showing that it's downloading everything. Once it's finished, I'll be right back. Okay, so now it's done. So the next part of the instruction tells us we need to go ahead and we need to run it. So how do we run it? We're going to teach you how to do all of this, but right now all we got to do is click on this and then hit run method. All right, once it's done, we should have an output. So we're just waiting on the output. You see it's over here working. And then the output should be, there we go, bonjour, le monde. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's working, and that's what we need. We want to make sure everything is set up for you. It's working, and now you're ready to move forward and start learning about data types and learning Java. So congratulations, we do have it installed. If you are having any issues, don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I'll see you on the next.